Hey there, everybody! Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the less glamorous side of ancient Egyptian life. You know, we've all seen the documentaries about the pharaohs, the pyramids, those awesome hieroglyphics. Turns out, not everyone got to be a pharaoh. Just like today, somebody had to do the dirty work. Literally, in some cases. So get ready for a humorous look at the worst jobs in ancient Egypt. We're talking about the kind of jobs that would make even the most desperate job seeker think twice. Let's start with an obvious one, shall we? You can't talk about bad jobs in ancient Egypt without mentioning the pyramid builders. Imagine hauling those massive stones day in and day out under the relentless desert sun. We're talking about zero safety regulations, primitive tools, and the constant threat of being crushed by a giant rock. Plus, forget sick days, my friends. You were basically working until you dropped.
Hey Rameses, how was your weekend? Oh, you know, just another exciting weekend of hauling giant stones.
It makes you appreciate modern construction workers, doesn't it? Next up, we have a job that's not for the faint of heart or stomach. Let's talk about embalmers. Now, you might think, hey, that sounds kind of cool, like being a mortician but with more mummies. Well, hold your horses there, buckaroo. First of all, imagine the smell. You're dealing with dead bodies, folks. And not just any dead bodies, but bodies that have been left out in the desert heat for a while. Then there's the whole process of mummification itself. Removing the organs, stuffing the body with herbs and spices, wrapping it in linen bandages. It was a long, messy, and let's face it, pretty gross job. Not to mention the occupational hazards. One slip of the knife and bam, you're patient zero for some ancient Egyptian superbug. And, you know, they didn't have those handy little surgical masks back then, so you'd be breathing in all sorts of, shall we say, interesting aromas. But hey, somebody had to do it, right? Otherwise, those pharaohs wouldn't be looking so fresh in the afterlife now, would they? Moving on to a job that's, well, let's just say it stinks. I'm talking about the dung collectors. Yes, you heard that right. In ancient Egypt, someone had to scoop up all that. Well, you know, think about it. Thousands of people, animals, all living in close proximity, no modern sanitation. That's a lot of dung. And somebody had to deal with it, but here's the kicker. The dung wasn't just left to pile up. Oh no, it was actually a valuable commodity. They used it for fertilizer, for building materials, even for fuel. So next time you're feeling down about your job, just remember the humble dung collector. They may have had a dirty job, but hey, they were literally the backbone of the ancient Egyptian economy. All right, let's talk about laundry. Now, you might think laundry? That's not so bad. I actually kind of like doing laundry, but my friends, you have clearly never done laundry like an ancient Egyptian. First of all, forget your fancy washing machines and dryers. We're talking about doing laundry the old-fashioned way, by hand, in the river. And not just a little load of laundry, but enough to clothe an entire family. And the stains. Imagine trying to get chariot grease, or dare I say, blood stains out of linen tunics. So yeah, next time you're complaining about folding laundry, just think about those ancient Egyptian laundry workers. They were the real MVPs, keeping everyone clean and stain-free, one tunic at a time. And last but not least, we have the job that's equal parts dangerous and morally ambiguous, tomb robbing. Now I know what you're thinking, tomb robbing, that's not a job, that's a crime. And you'd be right, of course. But in ancient Egypt, it was a surprisingly common profession. Think about it, those tombs were filled with gold, jewels, all sorts of valuable artifacts. It was like a giant, tempting treasure chest, just waiting to be plundered. Of course, there were a few teeny tiny drawbacks. For starters, it was incredibly dangerous. We're talking about booby traps, hidden chambers, venomous snakes, the works. And if you were caught, well, let's just say the ancient Egyptians weren't exactly known for their lenient punishments. Still, you gotta admire their guts, right? To risk life and limb for a chance at riches. It just goes to show that even in ancient Egypt, people were willing to do whatever it took to get ahead. Or maybe they were just really bad at following the rules. So there you have it, a glimpse into the less glamorous side of ancient Egypt. It makes you appreciate modern plumbing, laundry machines, and, you know, not having to rob tombs for a living, doesn't it? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating and funny historical insights. And be sure to let us know in the comments below which ancient Egyptian job you think was the worst. See you next time.